Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Omega Ruby for the post-game. We're going to be kicking things off with the Delta episode, and right off the bat, like when you go into the game, this cutscene will activate. So it's not like you have to go to Lumio City to get this optional story to activate.
I kind of like that, just kind of lets you know that things are starting to heat up, so to speak.
Heat up in more ways than one. Sorry, I was looking for the right words there, but apparently it's going to be the end of the world.
Well, I don't know, we've sort of faced that several times before, haven't we? Like Team Flare tried to end the world with their giant fucking dick cannon, you know?
Well, that may have taken place in Gen 6. It doesn't necessarily mean you and I dealt with it, first. I mean, Pokemon has, it's slowly escalated over time. Like, you were dealing with basically the Mafia in the first game. Then you come to find out these guys want to control all the time and space through ancient monsters and the like.
The only problem now is that we have only 3 days to stop this from crashing into the planet.
I've been playing a lot of that recently. I'm going for 100% this time.
Well, that's good. Me going for normal completion tends to be hard on 3D Zeldas, I've realized.
This chick right here was the one who was, what's the word I'm looking for here? She was stowing away in Team Magma, trying to, lead them along, feed them clues and whatnot. And I would like to describe what kind of character she has, but the only thing I can focus on in this scene is the Whismur butthole.
Yeah, I know the Nintendogs have, authentic real buttholes on their trophy. Thank you for that, by the way. But Whismur, man, I needed to know where that came from.
Oh, Jesus. What does the bottom of a Whismur look like?
I like how she almost got dressed for this cutscene. It's nice. I especially like her cape that looks like moths chewed it up, so...
Well, when you, figure out a bit about what she is, what she does, who she is, you'll probably figure out it's kind of like an ancestral cloak.
I can't wait to be annoyed by whatever the answer truly is, because I don't know a lot about Delta episode off the top of the bat, but I'm fully ready to be completely disappointed. I'm up here now.
Caca!
Didn't we fight a Zelda boss on top of here once?
Yeah, this is the end of Wind Waker.
Although I do kind of like how they're taking, Emerald stuff and kind of smushing it into both games so you don't have to buy another version just to get this new content. I think it works out nice.
It's a shame we couldn't get the Battle Frontier, but I guess we'll get to that later. Here we are in sunny, old... What the hell was the name of our hometown again?
I can't honestly remember because I've been so desperate to get the fuck out of it.
Little Root, that's the one.
Well, Dad, it's been a while since you dropped by. Did you give Mom her money yet, like you do?
No, I just came home to get my car keys, now I'm off again.
Cool, we get to go see Metallica!
Sweet hand-me-downs.
Oh great, a trip to the Space Center. Yeah, that's something to get your 10-year-old. He'll be all over that.
It's educational.
No, Dad, please do not support Brendan May shipping, alright? I don't think that works out.
What would you call that? There's always a name for a certain kind of ship. Like, Ash and Misty, I think it was Poke shipping.
I thought it was just called Hoenn shipping, myself. I don't know.
Breaking news, post-game goes over really well.
So many comments and views on the YouTube. This tonight at 11. Look at this, Tom. It's a TV. We just got this. It's great.
I was gonna say, if we, got to the TV and the show was just ending again, for the second time in a row, I wouldn't have been very happy.
So they keep talking up this meteor, and I'm getting flashbacks to Battle Network 4, when a meteor was threatening to come down from space, too, so hopefully we get some cool stuff like we did in that game. I mean, Battle Network 4, it's not that great, but still.
Alright, let's go be nerds at the Science Center.
Hey, May, you want to be a nerd with me? That's a great date, right? Hey, you want to go learn shit?
Hey, original character, do you want to come to the Space Center and be a nerd? Ooh, you got some fancy music, girl.
Of course. Man, right away this girl kind of reminds me of when they they ported Persona 4 to the Vita, and then they added that new character that they spend way too much time focusing on. I was just, turned off, personally.
You mean Marie?
Marie, yeah. I was like, no, thank you. Naoto is best girl. Sorry, she's already been taken.
I think you mean Chie, but I digress.
You'd be wrong! Alright, let's not argue about that. So, I'm already not really taken in by this person's quirkiness. I'm sure it's destined to annoy me.
the animeness is kind of like ramped up in Araz. I think I mentioned this earlier in regards to like music and the like, or maybe it was like one of my many thousands of tweets.
I know my mom warned me not to speak with hobos.
Yeah, anime hobos are the worst kind of vagrant.
Just barge in, that's always nice. Well, we could call the police, but I don't think Little Root doesn't even have a meter maid. You want to go to the science? Oh my god, what the hell happened?
Should I call the hospital, Mon? Is there such a thing?
Well, there's the Pokemon Center. Here, get in the ball, I'll take you there.
Okay, so right off the bat we can tell this girl is pretty dubious.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to sort of sympathize with somebody who's decided to jump in, not ask for their little keystone, just up and swipe it, and then beat the shit out of me. That's not cool, man. That's only my job, alright? So, I'm gonna have to take precedence with that.
Alright, let's fly over to Petalburg and continue the rest of the introduction of the story. Sorry, I'm kind of stalling for a bit because at the start of the Delta episode, there's a lot of talking. In fact, throughout the whole episode itself, there's a lot of talking and exposition.
There's only really so much you can do. The problem is, I have a feeling it's going to be like one of those situations, like, you know, back in Pokemon X, where you're doing, like, the whole Looker stuff, and they just kind of stand around and talk to each other, and you're over there in the corner, the camera's not even focused on you that much, and you're just kind of watching all this. I'm not really sure if I'm up for another one of those.
Yeah. Now, I'm changing to Ziggy here, because I had my memories of playing through the Delta episode in Alpha Sapphire, and obviously, if you're playing Alpha Sapphire, that mysterious girl will be stowed away in Team Aqua, so, yeah, not really going to go over well when this girl is going to send out a fire and ground type.
Well, if you distract her, I could break her knees right now. I'll get my Geodude, man. I mean, Graveler. I mean, Golem. What level is he at now?
He's a Golem.
There we go. Alright, Golem, he knows how to do the business. Courtney, man, you gotta get some... I think I should help you socialize a bit better, because clearly you don't know how to approach people without coming off like a complete fucking creep.
Still one Pokemon? You'd think having your whole team disband would cause you to get a little bit of excitement in your life and want to become a better Pokemon trainer, but no, I guess.
I'm pretty sure Camerupt ate most of them.
I still love that intro chant. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah, too bad the booking for Luchador Pikachu here isn't that great, and they're going to be pushing the John Cena some more.
Oh no, a wrestling joke. Whoosh! That was the sound of it going over my head. It's super effective.
I wonder if you can get pineapple juice out of him. Like, legitimately curious.
Well, why don't you try and then, like, promptly be arrested by the fucking Nurse Joy, the Officer Jenny of the region?
Nurse Joy going around on a bike. Hold it right there, motherfucker. I saw what you did to that Ludicolo, and that ain't cool. No, man, it's okay. I got a license.
Yes, I will take all the EXP. Even your starter isn't shit compared to me. Even your legendaries in the box can't compare to Ludicolo.
Yeah, level 60 pineapple. That's gonna be great on some pizza.
I had ice cream to hype me up for this commentary, can you tell?
Really? Get you that jacked up? It usually takes me like a few shots of like Monster Energy drink.
Well, I've been dieting recently, so there you go. Ah, I see Maxie had his keystone jacked as well.
Now I'm trying to remember what a keystone is. Did they explain that ahead of time? That's for Mega Evolution, right?
Well, if you think about like a Mega Stone being a lock and your keystone being a literal key, that's how Mega Evolution works.
Oh, my keystone opens up and there's like a little action figure inside. You can play around with it and things like that.
Sounds like some Mighty Max bullshit.
Yeah, Mighty Max. It was definitely Mighty Max, not the other one. No. It's my favorite telemarketer. Thank you.
I thought it was God for a second.
This is God. I'm not in the office right now. It's a little app that lets you spy on people. Just a lot like most apps on the, iPhone store, I realize. Oh gosh, that was rude. He didn't even invite me out for lunch.
Alright, let's head on over to Rustborough and have a word with Stephen and his papa.
Good, maybe things will happen, instead of not.
Yeah, that would be... Sorry, just the way you phrased that actually made me kind of laugh. Yeah, and if you haven't noticed by now, this is like one of the first times I've actually showed it off. You can use Fly from the menu, so you can like skip at least one screen or so.
Well, it's not much, but I guess it's nice, yeah. Our intuition has stated that we need a janitor. Are you available on weekends?
Well, I am the champion, or am I? This brings up a good point, because Stephen, I think he mentions at some point, like, having to do his role as the Pokemon League champion or something.
I'm pretty sure you have some perks at the very least, if you're not directly a champion. Like, I saw a really neat explanation for it, where it's like, oh, well, the champion still does all this other work on the side, and if the current guy wants to take over after winning, they mentor him for a bit. I kind of like that explanation a bit more. It's fan theory, but I think it would work better. Dude, you gotta write down your stuff like I do. Come on, don't trust anything to memory. Is that Ammonite trapped? I just noticed that.
Free him.
Free me, and I will grant you all of your wishes.
There you go, there's the perks you were talking about. We got name dropped.
Get name drop, get discounts at all the great Pokemon Center restaurants. We go up to that one at Mauville City, and we get the seat first this time.
Oh yeah, no battles required. Kind of odd to see Steven get pissed, but it's a very special circumstance, I guess.
I just love the idea of him being so pissy that we took his spot. That'd be great.
Uh-huh. Well, there was that one Nuzlocke comic where he's like the villain, and that never really sat right with me, because, not to give anything away, the only reason he's being a villain is because nothing makes sense in the Pokemon world.
Yeah, I read that comic too, and it's just like, it got like way too hype and serious too fast. I don't know how to feel about it.
It's like 10-year-olds who look like supermodels, and how is this thing a dragon? And he points to Altaria.
Did somebody die? I'm sorry. I don't know how I should feel about this.
Yeah, very sorrowful music. Quite nice, though, and this is just basically recapping what happened in the special episode of X and Y in case you didn't bother to buy that game, you massive plebs, signed Nintendo.
Well, I'm sorry, but you were playing it for me, basically. All you needed me to do was talk over it, and I performed that service to the fullest of my ability.
And who says Let's Plays don't give adequate exposure to games? Does Steven fall asleep because how boring the story is?
No, that's like a lullaby that's playing in the background. Oh, Dad, you're such a snore.
I wish I could stay awake because this is kind of like pertinent information, but you told me this every night since I was like 5.
Wonder where that door leads. Does he have his own bathroom back there? That is a door, right?
Wait, what are we talking about here?
The thing next to the Ammonite. It's a door shape. It's door-ish.
I think it's just tiles going up to the ceiling.
Why would you put tiles on the wall that don't do anything? That doesn't even make sense.
Decor talk while the world implodes. Hellfire comms, everyone. I could get the shard. Why sending out this pleb?
Of course, there will be a minor fee attached to this service. You get to push some papers. We've been falling behind on that. Oh my god, he got a link cable for Christmas. Dude! That's awesome!
I don't think it's that type of link cable, Helldragon.
I wish it was, man. Man, I miss those days. Now we've got the internet stuff that we take for granted, but sometimes just the idea of getting another guy, connecting to your Game Boys, and just having a good old knockdown, drag-out battle. That's the best kind of shit.
Or cloning a Muse, because that's how I got mine back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's true. I never did get a chance to do that, unfortunately.
Careful, I'm the champion. Alright, let's leave this fossil maniac here and head on over to Dooford Town. We've got to get us a shard.
Why does he have... Do those windows even look outside? I like to think it's just like another room, like a closet, that he's got blinders for because he doesn't want to look at all his junk. Have fun in middle management, guys!
See ya!
Are those fossils underneath the glass? That seems like a bit wasteful, don't you think?
They're fossil maniacs, mate. You can't begin to understand how their mind works. Bit of a slow start to the Delta episode, like I said, but don't worry, it will pick up, including like battles and the like.
Listen, buddy, I'm gonna have to insist you pay a fare. Don't you, in theory, like, wouldn't you technically Mega Evolve as well if you were caught inside that crystal?
Yeah, he just like becomes buff, like to JoJo proportions.
Or he becomes like an X-Men, he gets like Wolverine claws. Oh shit, that's kind of great, but still.
Or that one bit in Dragon Ball Z where Trunks goes Ultra Saiyan.
Oh yeah, and he gets like super, like, Mega buff and he can't move very well.
Oh, I love the soaring music. I haven't really brought this up. There's a night variation as well. And speaking of, yeah, Gen 3 at night. Haven't really showed much of that off. Maybe later in the post-game, I guess?
Yeah, because for a while, I thought I was like, wait a minute, does Gen 3 and the remake still have, like, a day-night cycle? Because I know, I think they took that out in, like, the original Game Boy Advance versions of this, didn't they?
You got to the right platform eventually,
that's all, folks.
Look at this, one of the greatest tragedies ever. Only a Master Ball.
Why don't you have any other Pokeballs with you, though?
Because I was busy becoming the Pokemon champion, alright?
Well, okay.
It puts the repel on its skin, or else it gets Abra again.
Well, what are you looking for?
Really need to go shopping.
We're actually returning down here? What's down here? One of those meteorite shards they were talking about?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad one of us was paying attention, because I just saw the word shard and stuck with that.
Yeah, someday this Makahita will aspire to something. Nope, sorry, not interested.
Oh, now the Geodude turns up. Ugh, you have no idea how long it took me to actually find Rolling Stone, like half a bloody hour.
Hey, that belongs in a museum.
What, just transfer the entire wall to like the Rustboro Museum or something?
That proves nothing. What are you saying? Yeah, well, okay, Superman. I hope you could jump into space and take care of the big fuck-off meteorite that's coming down.
And I'm away!
Yeah, hi, I don't think we've introduced ourselves. This is, NTom64. How you doing? I have a popular channel. What are you doing here?
I'm just looking at cave paintings. I guess you've come here for the shard. It'd be a real shame if someone challenged you to a Pokemon battle before you could pick one of those beauties up.
Well, gosh, that would be particularly annoying, wouldn't it? A good thing you're definitely not gonna do that, right?
Asta, play my music loud. Mama's about to battle.
Come on, let's see what you got. I'm the Pokemon champion! I beat a dude who had a giant, mechanical spire with more legs than ever before. What the hell, are you going Voldo on me now?
She got crazy eyes.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen Tyrantrum, though.
Weak to fairy attacks, of course. Not that we have any such attacks on our team, so we're just gonna ice attack it to death.
Well, we've got a killer pineapple. Don't you think that's enough?
She uses dragon types, by the way, just to give you an idea of what you'll be up against in the Delta episode.
And May had trouble with this person? Because we just one-shotted one of her Pokemon. Are you sure this is the same person we're talking about?
Well, the person jumped through May's window. I doubt she had time to, like... You know what? I'm tired of coming up with excuses. May's just not a very good trainer, alright?
Tom, how dare you accuse her of that?
When in doubt, when you can't get your words out, just sass out the competition.
Although, I'm sure there have been Pokemon battle-related break-ins. Don't they have, like, crowbars for that kind of stuff? I challenge you to a dent in the head. Well, that's what I would do. Some asshole jumps in my... Like, how when Bruce Lee was still alive, people were coming up to him, interrupting his family time because they wanted to fight him or whatever? I'm sure the champion has to put up with shit like that. How would that be? What would they have to deal with for that?
Well, I'm trying to date a Magma Grunt over here, do you mind?
Well, you keep referencing that manga, but it's not very good, I gotta admit.
It's cute, and that's all it needs to be, you asshole.
Of course, because if it's cute, it'll sell the most things, even if you don't barely think about its actual quality. You just describe most of anime marketing in a fucking nutshell, dude.
But the difference there, Helldragon, is it's a free fan-made manga.
That's true, and if it was sold, people would be buying it without thinking too hard. Do you not agree?
You and your fucking Helldragon hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals, but they're so right.
More like right-hypotheticals.
By the way, Rock versus Dragon, what do you think's gonna win here?
Well, Salamancer's part flying. That's why I'm using Rolling Stone, eh?
Still gotta know how he cuts a rock, but I suppose if you're using dragon power, it makes sense.
Well, it seems like Golem became more fleshy, and like Graveler was just like pure stone, except for his innards.
That's true, like, Golem has the meaty arms, but it's got like a big, compact rock body, so I'm not really sure what they were thinking of here.
What's one battle in the grand scheme of things?
That's true. There must be more to life than simply battling. Well, no, that was mine anyway, so I don't know why you decided to hold it off from me.
Uh-huh. I can't be bribed, you know. The champion isn't that weak-willed.
Was your backpack gonna Mega Evolve for a minute there?
Well, is your backpack happy to see me? Or my Whismer?
It's serious time.
Oh boy, here we go with the pseudo-philosophical musings.
Oh, come on, man. I get enough of this shit in fucking Persona. Alright? No, I'm not your mum.
Whenever I see the name Aster, I just think of that guy's ship from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, the Dark Aster?
I think of Aster from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and that's probably not the best comparison to make.
Steven, is this all we're ever gonna talk about when you phone me? I'm feeling very used in this relationship.
Yeah, I know, you wanna go get something to eat sometime?
Maybe in the next part of the Delta episode, coming soon to Hellfire Comms. See you then.